Hi guys, today I talk about the second preview of the load and save game system implemented into the upcoming B10 version of S2ENGINE. I have used the WarBattle project as a test for the load and save game system. I have created a small game simulation including three scenes, one for the main menu, one for the first training level, and the last is the WarBattle simple scene. Okay, let's start. In the menu we can set options parameters as usual, but we can load a previously saved game. We can start a new game or continue a previously started game. Okay, now we start a new game. Okay, the first level is loaded. This is just a test level. The mission in this level is to take all the items. So when the player has taken all the items, bombs and healths, the mission is completed and the next level is loaded. I have created this level for showing that the state of the player at the end of this level is kept and loaded at the start of the next level. So if I take 3 grenades, 3 bombs and 4 healths, this is my inventory. In the next level the inventory will contain the same items. Okay, the mission has been completed. The next level is loaded. And now you can see that the inventory, the player inventory, contains the same items it contained when I have completed the previous mission. This is because every time a level is loaded, the system save the state of the player. Okay. Now I take other items. This is now a saving point. I can this is a switch that I can point to this switch and press the action button, and the save game list appear. So now I can save the game in one of these slots. For example, I save the game into the second slot. Okay, the game has been saved. Okay, now if I turn back to the main menu, I can load the saved game here. That is the second slot into the load game list. And this is exactly the same situation I had when I have saved the game. Okay. I also have implemented new type of triggers that save a game when the player enters them. At this point there is a trigger, is a save game trigger. So when the player goes here, a new game is saved. Okay, is saved the first slot. In the first slot the game is saved in the first slot. Okay. Now the game is saved here, has been saved here. You can connect the trigger, the saved file to one of these slots. So to each slot is associated a file. In the case of the trigger I entered, the file the trigger save is associated to this slot. Okay, now if I exit to the main menu, I can click on continue game, and the game will be loaded into the last saving point. In our case, the trigger that the player entered before, and that the trigger that saved the game. Okay. Of course, the player will have the same inventory state it as when the game has been saved. Okay, so the game the game started from the last saved saving point. Okay. Now I can there is another saving switch near a rock. Okay, I can save the game here. We say save the game here in the second slot. Okay, the game is saved. Now if I exit to the main menu and now I can load the game here from second slot, and the player will appear where I have saved the game, and the game will have the same state, okay, with the 3 soldiers that want to kill me. There is the exact the same number of soldier that that was when I have saved the game. Okay, so now now I can exit from game and I can start a new game. When I start a new game, all the previous progress of the player is cleared, but not the saved games. Okay, so I can start a new game. And the game restart from the from scratch. Okay, we return to the main menu. Okay, exit. Okay, for now this is all. I have showed all the progresses I have made in implementing the load and save game system. Another thing I can say about this is that you can serialize not only the single object as I have showed into the previous preview, but you can also serialize every single variable of a game machine. Okay, for no, view a game machine with much more variables. For example, player. Okay. I can serialize all these variables, all locals, but also all globals variables. So all the serialized variables are stored into the game state file, and so you and are loaded when you want to load the game, when you call the load game state action. Okay, I will explain the system better in the next tutorials. In this video I would like to show how the system, what is the progress I have reached during these days. Okay, next time I will explain better how the system works. For now is all. Thank you for watching. Bye.